Hello, this is Molly Reamer with Bridget's Grove and 30 Days of Goddess, and I wanted to talk to you briefly about creating a devotional rhythm or establishing a devotional flow in your life. And I was inspired to create this video. It was going to be an audio, but it's turned into a video because I have something that I want to show you. And so I was inspired to create this. I've made several audios and videos before about devotional flow, devotional rhythm, and devotional mudrooms in your life, pockets of presence, little spaces of transition in which you can step into a small practice, a small devotional practice, and how you can weave those moments of magic and connection and sacredness into your everyday in myriad small ways, like all permeating your day instead of only reserved for a special occasion or for a special, box on your altar. And so I was thinking about devotional rhythm as it related to the Goddess Magic community that I have created on Patreon. That's patreon.com/goddessmagic. And I was thinking about the devotional rhythm of that space and being able to communicate it to the members of the community. And so I came up with a little poster graphic about devotional rhythm because devotional rhythm can fall into, I encourage everybody to think about, the whole day as an opportunity for devotional practice. You have 24 hours in every day in which you can seed it with devotional practices or micro practices or small practices. But there's a larger devotional rhythm to our lives as well. And it is daily, weekly, monthly, seasonally, and annually. So if you're someone who finds that a daily practice feels restrictive or confining, you might like to think in terms of a weekly practice, or you might like to think in terms of a monthly practice or a seasonal practice. And so all of those things fit into the devotional flow of our lives and into the devotional rhythm of our lives. And so I made the graphic about the devotional rhythm of the Goddess Magic community because there's certain things that I offer on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, a seasonal basis, and an annual basis. And I was thinking about how those are and how that shapes this overall devotional container or crucible of creation, as I am fond of calling it. And then I went ahead and made you a blank one as well, so you can think about your own devotional rhythm and perhaps fill this out as fits your needs with what do you want to include in your everyday, in your every week, in your every month, in each season, and in your every year. And I hope that might help you to structure and think about devotional flow, devotional rhythm, and how that can permeate through your life, through your world, through the magic that you create in your everyday or in your every week. And so anyway, that's the resources that I wanted to share. And so you'll find that as a companion printable handout. I got those printed in color, like little posters. I got those printed at Staples. They ran me, I think it was about $1.84 to get both pages printed. And I think just one page is about 87 cents if you get it printed like that. And I found it a really helpful way of conceptualizing the devotional flow or the devotional rhythm of the Goddess Magic space, but also about my life in general. And I hope that it might speak to something in you as well and allow you to consider that shape, the devotional shape of your own life. So I had a couple other things to share about developing a devotional rhythm. I thought about making this a separate audio, and I decided I'd just try to keep it as a relatively quick video. I tend to be quicker in video than I am in audio. And so we'll see where we go. But basically, the point of developing a devotional rhythm is to set aside daily time or weekly or seasonal time to appreciate the sacred in your life, to step into it, to participate in it, to connect to it, to listen to it, to make space for it, to receive the gifts and lessons from it, and to live it, to live your own sacred path, to claim your own magic, and to live it into being, to live your wildest prayers into being. So that's kind of the point of a devotional rhythm or a devotional flow, is to experience the sacred as a living reality in your life, to step into it and to live it right here, right now, where you are. And so the goal might be considered to be to make a space for the sacred in ourselves. If you're part of 30 Days of Goddess, I say that often. It's all about making a space for the sacred and for ourselves in our very own lives. It's to bear witness. It's to know ourselves as held and connected. It is to listen, and it is to receive the lessons of the sacred as it is revealed to us in the present. And so a basic method for meditation or prayer or for stepping into devotional rhythm is this. First, be still. Come into presence. Second, invite. Return to center and open yourself to connection. Third is to bear witness to what is right here, what is arising, what exists. And that can be inner or outer. So what do you see around you? What do you feel inside you? And there is nothing wrong here. Like, so we bear witness, but we also witness without fixing. So what is arising? What are you experiencing? What are you seeing? What is right here, right now? We bear witness without judgment of what it is that we are bearing witness to. And so that was be still, invite, bear witness. And then the fourth one is read or offer something. So you may read a prayer. If you have a 30 Days of Goddess prayer book, you can read one of the prayers from it. If you have the card deck, you can read one of the prayers from it. And so you can do that, or you can read from a book that you might have. If you have Whole and Holy, a Goddess Devotional, you can read from that. Or if you have another book that you like, you can read something from that. So read and offer that out. Or if you have something memorized, you offer that out. I have a certain set of prayers that I offer every single day, and it's really important to me that I continue to offer those prayers. And each day it's part of like the devotional commitment that I've made, and it's part of the devotional rhythm of my life. And then, or write something and offer that. So write a new prayer or offer a new prayer. And that can be spontaneous. It can just arise from that moment. You don't have to write it down. It can just burble up from inside of you. It can be spoken or unspoken. And then, so be still, invite, bear witness, read or write, and then become aware. Become aware, sense the living presence of the sacred in your life right now. Your own body, a dwelling place for wisdom. Your own body, a dwelling place for the sacred, for the light of the goddess, for the breath of grace right here. So become aware. We're bearing witness and becoming aware. And then you can pray, meditate, or observe. And for me, that includes looking, listening, and feeling. So what do I see? What do I hear? And what do I feel right now? It might include making a request or asking. A lot of times I say, like, help me to listen, help me to find clarity, help me to feel peace, those kinds of things that you might want. So spontaneous requests or asks in the moment. And also step into the moment where you are right now, and then witness, observe, behold, and then finally thank. So this is kind of a subset. Pray to pray, meditate, or observe includes looking, listening, feeling, requesting, asking, stepping into, witnessing, observing, beholding, and thanking. And so some tips for developing a rhythm, and I can feel myself going a little fast here because video always makes me feel like I have to hurry up. My phone has limited storage space, and so I get kind of antsy about making sure I finish up. So acknowledging that I'm going a little fast here and rushing through the devotional rhythm. But I also want this to be digestible and, kind of bite-sized for you, not keep you here for hours. So some tips for developing a devotional rhythm. Be expectant. Expect to see, feel, hear, witness, and experience something. Like, expect something to happen. Trust the sacred to show up when you do. 2, be intentional. Make space, prioritize, plan ahead, choose this first, choose this daily practice, choose this devotion, choose this rhythm first in your life. Choose it first. Bring it up. Recenter yourself into the heart of your own life and make space for yourself to be there. Be consistent, make the space you crave. You're worth it, and keep your promises to yourself. Keep your promises to yourself. 3, be realistic. Start small, and then let the length of time you spend in devotional practice, let that grow and evolve and expand. The other thing to think about is to break it up, creating a devotional rhythm for your whole day, your whole life, or like we talked about, for your week, your month, your year. Create this devotional rhythm that permeates your whole life. And so you can break up the things that you offer, the things that you share. I step outside in the morning and greet the sun. I have a little prayer that I do. I open my hands, I open my heart, I open my hopes to this day. And then I swoop back around to my heart. It takes 1 minute. I go back inside. I have prayers that I say in the morning. I go back outside. I sit down. I drink my tea. I write in my journal. I offer my prayers. I bear witness. I observe. I step into the magic of what I see. But it's threaded through my life. I go back in. I do a candle lighting. I do a meditation. I practice yoga. I go for a walk. I see what I see. I come back and write another poem. That kind of thing. It's kind of threaded through the filaments of the sacred are winding their way through every day. Let's allow magic to permeate throughout our lives rather than save it only for special, perfect, or later. Let it permeate all the way through. And then another tip is to be creative, be alert for opportunity and for those pockets of presence. The quiet stillness of early morning or bedtime is ideal, but there's all kinds of other times and places that can work with your temperament and your schedule. You know, I had to have a filling replaced the other day, and I was laying there in the dentist chair and I held my hands against my belly, and I offered my prayer like repeatedly as I laid there and listened to the whirring of the filling get replaced. But because there's little pockets of presence everywhere where you can offer something. It doesn't have to be saved for later. So extroverts might find it easier to concentrate when they're actually sitting in a coffee shop or something where something's going on and other people are around. There's people who like to have, you know, kind of side by side experiences with others. A kid's nap time is good. There might be you might have opportunity at bedtime. I have a little prayer I say at bedtime, but usually at bedtime I'm kind of done and I don't have a lot that I do, but I'll fill out, you know, my mood in my moon wheel, or I'll keep my little magical note in my wee moon. There's another video about using a wee moon for word of the year journaling, and I'll do my word of the year journaling at night or do some other reviews. So there's devotional practices that can permeate through your whole day, your whole life. And so the next one is, so be expectant, be intentional, be realistic, be creative, be open, be flexible. It's not always easy for me to be flexible, and it's easier to say than it is to do sometimes, but oh my goodness, follow the inspiration, trust the magic, invite connection, trust the touch of the sacred in all things, and be alert for those connections, those unexpected moments, those things that kind of arrive unbidden. As long as you're alert enough to see them, there's moments every day that just arrive unbidden where you can be stunned by beauty and awed by the magic of your own life. And then the last one is be kind to yourself. There is no perfect, there is no right way, and you do not have to be any more special or magical than you already are. And you don't have to be any less special or less magical than you already are. So be kind to yourself. And creating a pattern or devotional rhythm during the day could include morning, so a morning practice, a midday or middle of the day practice, and an evening practice. And so you might find moments in each of those time periods to kind of sprinkle some enchantment or some devotion into your life. So as I said, I step outside in the morning. I have my prayer, I have morning prayers that I offer. Then I step outside and I have my greeting of the sun that I do. And then I work on my prayer book page and write my new poems and things like that. In the middle of the day, I might stop for just a really quick, Goddess guide me, peace fill me, life weave me, and a couple of deep breaths. Or I might step outside and go for a really short walk. In the evening, I usually go for another walk. And then I also will do my other journaling, as I had mentioned before, or create kind of catch up with the rest of the day in journal form. But if your writing is, if your experience is not writing based, if it's artistic, you might have those moments morning, afternoon, and evening where you sprinkle some artistic practice into your life as well. So remembering that weekly, monthly, seasonally, and annually are also important rhythms, and they're part of creating. So there are many ways to create devotional rhythm or devotional flow in your life and in your days, and I encourage you to develop things that work best for you. So again, you're welcome to step into the devotional flow of the Goddess Magic community on Patreon. That's patreon.com/goddessmagic. And you're also welcome to create your own rhythm with my little handout. We also have 30 Days of Goddess, which offers a daily practice that can extend throughout the entire year. So 30daysofgoddess.com is available to you with monthly practice resources, daily practice resources, and all kinds of good stuff to help you make a space for the sacred and for yourself in your very own life. So many blessings to you as you step into the sacred, as you open your eyes to enchantment, as you savor the magic, and as you claim and inhabit the magic of your very own life. So many blessings to you, and thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.